If you would like to study something that can make you wealthy, study how to become a successful real estate negotiator. I know people that are great at negotiating, and it didn't happen by accident. They studied it and studied it and studied it. So I'm going to suggest that we take a look at how to be a successful real estate negotiator right now. Today we're going to discuss how to negotiate with sellers and some of the major pillars I use when negotiating. My name is Mitch Stephen, and I'm the author of the series, My Life in 1,000 Houses. And I've bought over 2,000 houses in or about my hometown since 1996. Today we're going to be discussing how to negotiate with sellers and some of the major negotiating pillars that I use when I'm in the midst of these negotiations. So one of those pillars is how to ask the right questions. What are the right questions? And another major pillar, how to listen and what you're listening for. We need to learn to ask the right questions. There are at least two types of questions to ask. One is the fact-finding question. We all need to find the facts about a house before we can even start to size up anything about it. You know, how many square feet is it? How many bedrooms? You know, how old is the mortgage? Is there anything owed on it? These are impersonal questions that'll let us know if there's any profit in this house and what strategy we might use to extract that profit. Then there's the relationship questions. Questions that we ask that may not have anything to do with the subject house, about the inventory that's staying or leaving, about the price, about the debt. It won't have anything to do with that. These are relationship questions like, how long have you lived here? Do your kids go to school around here? Do you all go to church around here? What do you do for a living, sir? Where are you from, sir? So that you can start to find some way to relate besides the fact that they have a house they want to sell. You need to buy a house today. We're trying to build some rapport. So work on those relationship questions and get good at finding common ground quickly. It's important that you look for things that you have in common. Be sincerely interested in them and their history. And dig. You might actually have more in common than you think. Now, before we get to the section where we discuss know what to listen for, I'd like for you to hit that like button, share this with your friends and your neighbors and your Facebook or wherever. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. We have a lot of good information in the coming days and weeks and months and years. It's important to know what you're listening for. Throughout all these questions and all this conversation, the fact-finding and the personal questions, trying to build a relationship, we're looking for where's the pain? Where's the motivation that's behind this person wanting to sell this house or liquidate? We'll also want to hear what's more important to this seller. Does it sound like price is more important to him? Or does it sound like speed and getting the heck out of here is more important than price? Sometimes, before you can really begin an effective negotiation, you really have to know, who is this person I'm talking to? Where's their pain? What's motivating them? What's more important to them? Price, terms, speed, I don't know. You have to find out. When you get your seller talking, it'll help you to color code your seller. So what do we mean by color code? Well, there's an art to figuring out how to speak to a person in their own language. And the first thing we have to do is figure out, are they a red, a blue, a yellow, or a green? Let me explain. All of these questions, whether they're fact-finding or relationship-building questions, are all meant to get your seller talking, because we need to get to know this seller. Who are they? What we're really trying to do is we're trying to figure out what language are we going to speak to them in. Are we going to speak to them in the language of red or yellow or blue or green? Yes, we're going to color code them. In the next episode, I'm going to tell you what these color codes mean and how you can learn to speak to your seller in the language that is the most effective for them to listen in. This color coding technique took my negotiations to the next level, and it'll do the same for you. All right, thanks for listening to this episode. I would like to offer you the chance to hear one of our recorded Q&A sessions, just so you can see what that weekly phone call sounds like and decide for yourself if you would like to be on that weekly call live. So I have a recorded Q&A session. Just go to 1000houses.com/free-stuff and scroll down the home page until you find free recorded Q&A call. And click on it, and there you'll hear about an hour and 45-minute call. You'll get to see the community, the feel for that community, what we talk about, how we handle it, how it goes. And I'm pretty sure you're going to fit in with us. Take a look, take a listen, decide for yourself. So I hope you plan on moving to the next episode, episode 2 of How to Be a Successful Real Estate Negotiator. We're going to be talking about how to color code your seller so that you can speak to them in their language. It's going to be good.